Hello, everyone. My name is Bengala Krishna, and today I'm going to be talking about the mental health prediction app I made from Google Cloud using Python. So, this app basically uses a machine learning model in order to estimate a student's potential risk for depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. It takes in basic information about the student, such as their gender, age, course, year of study, CGPA, and marital status, and then processes this information using a trained random forest classifier. The app then displays whether the user may be at risk for each condition, along with an overall risk level. The purpose of this app is to raise awareness and encourage students to get the support that they need and not to provide a medical diagnosis. So first, I imported the main libraries that are necessary for the project. I use pandas for data cleaning and data processing, and gradio to create the interactive user interface. Next, I loaded the student mental health data set and checked for the missing values, and then cleaned the text, removed the unnecessary columns, and prepped the data to do for modeling. Then I converted all the categorical fields such as gender, course, marital status, and year of studies into numerical values so that the machine learning model can work with, um, since the machine learning model can only work with numbers and not with string. Then I split the data set into input features and output labels. The outputs were the three mental health conditions, which are depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. And then I split the data into training and testing sets. Then I trained two models, a random forest classifier and a decision tree classifier. After comparing their performance, the random forest model gave a better accuracy score, and so I used that as the final model for the app. So here is my random forest classifier, and here is me trying the decision tree. I also imported stlearn.tree and stlearn.multi-output. Next, I built a prediction function right here. And again, I imported pandas and gradio as the main libraries that are necessary. I built a prediction function that takes the user's inputs from the app, maps them to the correct numerical format, and sends them to the trained random forest model. This function then returns the predictions for depression, anxiety, and panic attacks, along with an overall risk level. I created the gradio interface with sliders and drop downs for each input. So this is how potentially how it looks. So let's do a small test. So let's say age is about 30, or let's go small, 18. An 18-year-old female who's studying mathematics, year four, or let's say year one, and it has a GPA of 2.1 and is unmarried, or two, and we submit. And as you can see, this is the mental health prediction that the app has given. So there is a risk of depression and anxiety and no risk of panic attack. And the overall risk level is high. So thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.